All right, cool. Let's roll. Next one we got is this is the other part we need to talk about when it comes to these buyers out here that are buying, especially in these market conditions. I've seen more buyers experiencing buyer's remorse off of purchases going back 2020, 2023. I'm going to give you my advice before we even start this. I don't think anybody should be buying right now unless you got a damn well good deal. And when I said damn well good deal, the equity is straight, the mortgage payment is straight, and the area is banging. Because right now we're in a buyer's market and you have a choice. You're in control. You are wielding more control than buyers have ever wielded. I think going back to 2014, 2013 probably. Yeah. Buyers are in control now. And the game is changing. So you don't need to experience buyer's remorse if you're trying to buy a house by waiting for the right pivoting move. Now, if you got a house and you got buyer's remorse, two things. One, you didn't use me, so I don't care. No, I'm just joking. I care. That's why I'm doing this, because I care. You're feeling remorse for several reasons. Now, let's get into this first, and let's talk about it. And we're going to break down each one as we go.
Buying a home is a financial investment that you should not take lightly. So many buyers are now buying their homes and now they're saying they want to sell it after 2 years, after 2 months. They move in, they realize it's not what it is. It's not what they thought they bought. They were pressured into it either by family members, others, their realtor, whatever, etc. People, please stop being pressured into buying a home. If you are not ready to buy a home, don't buy it. If you're not sure about the home, don't buy it. Because what happened is, once you move into the home that you just bought, now you decide you have buyer's remorse and you want to sell that home is most likely going to sell less than what you paid for it, especially now in this market. And it's going to take time and it might be difficult to sell that home. You're going to end up losing money. So please think before you buy.
People telling me owning a home is the
Now, and why does she say that? Because when you buy, you make money on the purchase. You don't make money on the sale. Okay. When I say make money on the purchase, 9 times, I would say probably 8 times out of 10, I've witnessed people who buy homes to live in. They are more emotional, and you will be more emotional about the transaction, in opposed to investors who focus more on the logic, the numbers. Does it really make sense? That's why home buyers are in a disadvantage when it comes to buying a property and potentially having to liquidate it. The truth is that real estate is not like selling gold and silver. It's not like selling crypto. It's not like selling stock. Some cases it can take longer to liquidate. I know. I done fixed them, flipped them. I'm like, damn, why can't I get an offer on this? Like, what's going on? So it takes longer to liquidate the asset. And the longer it takes to liquidate it, the more it costs you. So you have to now know that you have that peace that passes all understanding, that rest in your spirit that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if you don't, you about to get fleeced, my Negro.
best investment you could ever have. I do believe that to be true. That don't change the fact that I'm tired of being a homeowner. I'm tired of the problems that it come with. I'm tired of all the responsibility, hanging on my shoulders. I miss renting. I feel like I had more freedom with renting. Now, I know when you rent, you're paying month to month and all that money is going down the drain. It's not going towards nothing. It's not investing in nothing. I know that. And I don't care. I thought about it so much. Selling my house and going back to live with my mother. Because why not? I don't have kids. I don't have a man. I don't have any drama that I would bring my mama. And I can pay all her bills. Mind you,
I would tell her to go do that. If you're in that situation, don't put your foot in this place called real estate. Don't do it. You'll make more money keeping your money, putting it in something that's a steady ETF or a mutual fund. You don't want to play this game. You don't want to do that. You don't got to pay for the place. You can save your bread. Women buyers who buy solo, I've seen it more often. They end up like her than they don't. Very few of them, let's say very few, probably about 30% over my 18 years in the business, I've seen not end up like her. But most of the time, it's like you sit back and you wonder, why am I paying for this house? You're like, man, the taxes went up. The insurance went up. It's taking more money out of my pocket. And damn, don't have a friend that's married and you got it, and they're a couple and they've got a house. You got two incomes supporting the house instead of one. Then you're going to start saying, damn, I wish I had somebody with me.
Oh no.
And that's how it begins to slowly chip away at you. And then you're talking about things you got to fix. Man, dude, there are always some things to fix in the house. I'm sitting in my house and I had to turn around and change a plug this past weekend. Dude, I had to do a plumbing thing the other day that I ended up almost like water started dripping through the ceiling. My wife was like, what the hell is going on? But I could play a plumber $800 to go do it, or I can do it myself. And guess what? I did it myself. It was just one bad move. We cleaned it all up. But do you really want to go through those jumps and jump through those hurdles, not knowing what to do, not knowing that you need to change the air filters every 2 months, and in some seasons you need to do it every 30 days? They don't know that. And a lot of people do not teach classes, to me, to the level of competency that will really help the public know how to actually manage an asset. Think of it as almost like having you get hit with a windfall of money, or you get a brand new job and you're making more. Nobody taught you how to actually manage your numbers, your finances. So your way of living is always going to rise up to this new level of income. The same thing with houses. Nobody's teaching people how to actually maintain their house. Now, that's a good course I should probably put together. Damn well. Yeah. Everything you need to know before. Some people won't pay for it. I know y'all won't pay for it. I know.
My mama still live in the projects and income-based housing. She doesn't pay rent anyway. We'll be over there living like kings and queens. Jesus Christ. I feel like the only thing that I would miss owning my home, or, moving back with my mom or just whatever, is the privacy. I do not like people all the time. I do not like noise, but when you move in with somebody or any sort of living adjustment, then you have to understand what that comes with,
Yeah, you got to understand it. So I get why people buy houses. Guess what? You can rent a house. You can rent a house and do that.
I think I fully regret buying a house now. Like, it's not the worst choice I ever made, but it's so expensive. But at the same time, it's exactly what rent would be costing me anyways. I'm almost an hour away from where I want to be and almost an hour away from work. It's a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance. I feel like the housing market could crash at any minute, and interest rates were high when I bought it, and so were prices. I rationalized it by telling myself, well, it's the same amount as rent and I should get something back out of it at the end of the day, which honestly at this point might not even be true. And I'm far away from everything and I have an hour-long commute. And I'm tired, and I'm in a 3-bedroom house, and I live alone. I'm very thankful that I'm able to do this. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it was the right choice, and I'm stressing over it right now. And I've only been here for like 8 months. I don't know what to do.
Damn. Keep that house, bro.
Did you just buy a house less than 6 months ago? Then this message is for you. Stop looking through Zillow. Stop looking at homes, because buyer regret is very real. So if you just bought a home within the last 6 months, maybe even the last year or so, remember, there will always be better homes than the one you bought, and there will always be worse homes than the one you bought. So do yourself a favor, lay off Zillow. There's a reason why you decided to put in an offer for that specific home. There's something that you liked about it. So stop stalking Zillow and make sure you enjoy your home as it is.
And I've seen that. I've seen buyers stalk Zillow while they are under contract with me, and even my buyers under contract with someone else. Listen, guys. You're in a buyer's market, like I already said earlier. You can stalk, do all that stalking before. Don't stalk afterwards and compare. Comparison will hurt you the most. Why? Because every house seems like it's better than the one that you already got until you get in that one and the grass is like, damn, it was better on that side right over there.
Oh no.
And you just don't get what you're getting. You buy a house based on the neighborhood. You don't even buy it based on the house. The house itself should be second on the list, but the neighborhood is the most important thing because that's what sells. People don't buy houses. They buy neighborhoods. The people that buy it from you, because I'm telling you now, okay? But that is one of the principal things in purchasing a house. You purchase the neighborhood. You don't necessarily purchase the house itself. You want a good house, but it's not the sole, or it shouldn't be the key place, the key factor in what that you use to determine your purchase. Please, I'm just saying.
If you want to regret buying a house and wish that you never did, be house poor. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's when your monthly mortgage payment eats up so much of your budget that you can't afford to do really anything else. I actually have somebody who's going through this right now in their purchase process. If you don't know me, my name is EJ. I'm a mortgage broker in the state of Florida, and I help people buy houses for a living. And one of the first questions that I ask in the pre-approval process is, how much are you comfortable paying a month? And then also, what is the max that you will be willing to pay a month? And this is good because it helps me reverse engineer the pre-approval so I can match kind of the payment to the price. I got this guy right now who wanted his payment to be $2,500 a month, maybe $26 max. So I reverse engineered the numbers and got him pre-approved based off of that. But what happens with a lot of people is their eyes are bigger than their pockets. And they think their first home has to be this dream home that checks every single box that they want. But usually that's not the case. Your first home is just to get you in the game, start building some equity so you can later leverage that into getting your dream home. But this dude's realtor took him out shopping, looking at homes, and the homes that he's looking at are...
And he's 100% on that. Please, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to tell you, for all you guys listening, like, subscribe, follow, okay? Leave a comment. We can talk about it. But he's real about that because I keep seeing people think that this first home purchase locks you in. My first home purchase, I think the house was $110,000. Me and my wife bought it. Not where we wanted to live. 4-sided brick, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. But dude, you got to realize when we sold it, after we lived there, we rented, we sold it, we get a nice little bag, and that bag is rolled into the next property. So you gotta look at it. This is your pivoting point. Play the game right, make your monthly payments, keep everything up, so you can bounce out of that when the market shifts and change. It's not where you begin. It's always where you end. And we just gotta stop thinking we need to begin in those neighborhoods that are so affluent, 500, 800, 300. Start there. Grab your house, 110, 150. Be happy. Pay your bills. Stack your cheddar. Put your money to the side. And when it hits, when the timing is right, it's gonna hit. Because being cash poor, bruh, I done messed up and been there too. You don't want to be there.
$300-400 a month higher than what he originally wanted. So he found this house that he really liked, but the payment is like $3,000 a month. And I ain't gonna speak too much on the realtor's professionalism, but he's kind of pushing this guy towards his house because he knows that it checks every single box for him. So he's looking at me like, hey man, can you make the numbers work for this house? And I'm like, dude, the numbers are what they are. The taxes, the HOA, the insurance, it is what it's gonna be. I can only get the interest rate so low before it starts costing this guy more money than it's worth. And this dude's not rich, man. He got like a $20,000 in his 401k. He's got a few $1,000s saved, but he don't have a ton of money to blow on this house. And if you tell me that you want to spend this amount of money per month on your house, but the house you're looking at is way more than that, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm not gonna push you to get that house because, dude, this ain't what we agreed on. But at the end of the day, people want what they want. He went and got a contract for this house. But this is a classic example that being house poor is a real thing. And yeah, while he might be able to qualify for this house on paper, that don't mean he can really afford it on a month-to-month basis. So luckily, when he got the initial loan paperwork that shows your loan estimate and all the money you're gonna spend to get the house and your monthly payment, he kind of took a pause. He called me this morning. And I'm glad he did because, like, dude, we talked about this. This is what I told you. This is what I already showed you. But for some reason, when people get that loan paperwork, it makes it real for them for the first time. So hopefully he wakes up and realizes that, man, this house probably ain't it. We can find you another house. Because once everything's closed and everybody's made their money, that monthly payment is what you're going to have to deal with every month. I'll keep y'all posted if y'all want to know how it goes, but
shout out to the content creator because that's all great advice. That's all great advice. You got to know being cash poor, being house poor is the worst situation. I seen it in Atlanta when you walk into a house and they ain't got no damn furniture. The house looks great, but they never had money to actually put anything in the house of any significance. Imagine having a place and you can't really feel comfortable. Like you really don't live there and you don't catch a vibe. Like people come for your barbecue. You're like, damn, Nick, why the hell we sleeping on cots out this piece? Oh no. But that's the way it is. It's always the need to impress somebody. Stop impressing these people. This is a season where people don't need to be impressed. And if you hold on to that, you will make some boku money. Don't let these people fool you. As it goes down, money is made, houses are bought, the deals are always when there is chaos, blood in the market, and it looks like hell is coming to freeze over. I'm telling you, that's when they make the biggest bread. That's when people make money.
You're buying a house, there's so many emotions that you go through.
Oh yeah, and then the emotional part. Oh my gosh, bro. Let's hit this last one.
I bought a house when I was 26 and fell immediately into poverty. Okay, when I lived with my parents, I was living my best luxury lifestyle. I went to South Korea, bought a 2,000 plane ticket, didn't even blink twice. I went shopping, luxury goods, all that. Was traveling, was just, I was living it up. I felt rich. I had no bills. And I had a full-time 9-to-5 job. I was working as a nurse, okay? I was killing it. I bought my own house. That first mortgage payment came in and I was like, oh, this is a situation. But at first you think you can handle it, right? Like, what's a couple thou? What's a couple thou? I got it. But then the pipes in my 80-year-old home broke immediately as soon as I bought the house.
Oh boy. Okay, slow down. 80-year-old home. Now I know some markets only have older homes. But if you're in a market and you can get a home that's at least newer than 1978, you avoid asbestos issues, which can be in your siding and being different parts of the house. You avoid that. Don't buy an old house as your first house. Don't let it be. I don't care. You see all these movies. Oh, we got an old house and we're going to fix it up. Listen, shit, unless you really know what you're doing, don't do that. Older homes cost more to maintain, a whole lot more to maintain. Buy something that's newer if you can. These builders are giving away stuff right now. They're giving incentives and bonus money and all kinds of crazy stuff because they want you to come on in. They're competing with the resale market. Remember I told you that buyers are in control right now? So don't focus on all of that. Please, 1978 or newer. And if you go older than that, because your market really doesn't have enough inventory that's newer inventory, I get it. But try to keep it as new as possible because the older the home, the more you spend on it. And for her being her first home, 80-year-old home, oh God, I'm an experienced investor and I still would not have bought an 80-year-old home.
Then another pipe in a different area of the house broke. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I need help. Then my neighbor's pipe, it was a twin house, her pipe broke. And she didn't believe that her pipe broke, but her pipe broke on my side of the house. So all of that water that was coming down was spraying into my home. And then my water heater broke. When I tell y'all, I went from living in the lap of luxury to destitute immediately. Now, don't get me to fooling y'all because it was worth it in the long run because that house is now worth like 2 times what it was worth then. So I'm actually doing pretty good. But at the time, when I tell you I was struggling, I had to go.
Yo, doesn't she blow the whole argument out? Leon, you said don't buy those old houses. Look, she got 2 times as much. But she went through 2 times as much shit, too. And the crazy part about it, that's a roll of the dice. You don't know that that's going to happen. It may appreciate. It may level out. It may not appreciate. You don't know. So if you're ready to roll the dice, go do it. Go do it. You like to gamble. You like to give money away. But I'm going to tell you the house always wins. Some people don't get it.
My parents every other day for dinner because your girl could not feed herself.
Ooh, and I like to eat. And I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. And I put this on. And I'm about to roll out. I'm doing this because I got fans over at Facebook. You know what they are? They chime into the stream while I'm streaming. My fans. The booty scratchers. I am out. And I look just like one of those protests. No, No, I'm more like ice. I see you guys in the next video. Peace.